Alright, let's get those weasels unloaded. Beautiful. And now those work independently of those transports. Hello guys, and welcome to a new Regiments video today by me, Vulcan. In this one, I wanted to share with you Warpaths. Warpaths are a new feature available in the Winds of Change DLC for Regiments, and it will be available on the 16th of August. Now, Warpaths are procedurally generated operations, and there is a nice amount of customization that allows you to set them up exactly how you want, as difficult as you want, and should provide loads of replayability moving forwards in this game. So let's go through some of those options. So the first one is operation length. You can set it from anywhere from 3 stages to 18 stages. 18 stages would be a very long operation. Coalition, NATO or Warsaw Pact, of course, and the countries within those you can choose. And then you can also choose the regiment of that country. In this case, we've set it up so that we're going to be playing with the Netherlands as the 41st Armour Brigade. Our opponent is going to be the Warsaw Pact, but you can switch this up as well to the GSFG, Southwestern Front, and Second Northern Front. And then we have the starting resources, unit count, reinforcement price, and regiment condition. This is more sort of difficulty modifiers, really. So starting resources you can have on high, medium, low, or very low. Unit count you can set to high or low, medium, and then there's also reinforcement price, which you again have low, medium, and high, high being the hardest, and regiment condition, depleted, damaged, or pristine, with depleted of course being the worst one. So I'm going to just keep it on the default, which is just medium, 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 and damaged. I'm not going to be using any advanced rules for this. We're just going to keep things normal, and we'll just run in on medium difficulty just so I can show you guys how this works. So let's click to battle, and you'll see that it jumps us into what is very similar to a normal operation. We have our stage on the right, and you get to choose what you do in this situation. I'm recording this on a pre-release version, so there is plenty subject to change. Usually there'll be like different courses of action. You can choose to like maybe sit out of a battle but then sort of sacrifice victory points in the process, or you can just jump straight back into the next fight. So in this case we've got a meeting engagement. The terrain is going to be hills and urban, and both our forces and the enemy are trying to push an established front line, take the objectives, and defeat an enemy. So that's going to be our mission for this one. We start with 250 operational authority. We could use it to get our troops back up to scratch, or we could maybe use it to bring ourselves in a new task force, or we can of course do this normal thing of upgrading some of these things at the bottom. But there is a new one called Signals Intelligence, which provides more information on enemy forces during battle, decays by 1 point each phase. So it notifies about enemy groups arriving on the battlefield and estimates their approximate size if you upgrade it as well. So that's kind of what it's for. Otherwise you won't get sort of notified. But what I'm going to do, since we're going to be fighting in hills and urban terrain, I'm actually going to bring in the helicopters, and I'm also doing this so that we can sort of show off some of the new mechanics. Like in this case, the CH-53G can actually bring in some weasels, which is very cool. So we'll do that, and I'll just throw some restores onto my infantry units and so on. All right, just like normal operations, we do also have events. So these are the 4 that we've been randomly assigned. Uneventful, we have Tank Buster, which is a guided airstrike tactical aid. We have Blitz, which the phase lasts for 5 minutes less, plus 200 supply points, plus 100 deployment points during this phase. Or we can do Electronic Warfare, which reduces HQ command radius and reduces SAM accuracy. For this one, we'll go Tank Buster since it's the first battle, and we'll jump on in. So this is going to be Swift Spear, phase 1, in 5 hills at 7 o'clock. D+6. All right, so this is our starting situation where we both have these established front lines, as it said, and we have our objectives of Kilo, Papa, and Golf, which we already control. So let's see what we want to do. If we deploy, we have to deploy at the back here. So we're going to want to kind of get some stuff up to the front line ASAP. I'm not really going to be able to contest Papa or Kilo with my infantry. So I think what I'll do is we'll get my Fallschirmjägers to come over and secure Golf for us. And we'll have the CH-53s with the Weasel come over and help Mike and Papa. And we'll just bulldoze through there with the Leopard 2 NLs. Take Papa nice and early on. And then we can maybe sweep across to Kilo later. So we have ourselves basically a Gepard. There's the YPR, which comes in with Riflemen. We can use those actually in order to push into Lima. But we're of course going to want to bring in some recon, so we'll go ahead and do that. And these guys actually have ATGMs, so that could be useful. Maybe even on the left-hand side, but we'll push basically the infantry to Lima. We'll have the tanks move to Papa with my recon. Alright, so here come the CH-53s, and those are carrying our Fallschirmjäger. Water fighters coming in. But here go our armoured forces of the Netherlands. Alright, let's get those Weasels unloaded. Beautiful. And now those work independently of those transports. We'll have the Fallschirmjäger move and defend Golf for us. Quite a chunky squad. 3 Panzerfaust 3s, 2 Milan ATGMs, and Red Eyes. That's awesome. Alright, well, maybe we actually use them on the edge of that tree line then. Let's move the Leopards up onto the ridge. And we'll have these YPRs move towards Lima. The thing that I'm really excited about with this game mode is that there's just going to be so much replayability in this game. All of these auto cannons firing away. Get these unloaded. Hopefully we can get some HGMs on target. That unit actually took a beating. Doesn't look like these guys lasted very long. My mortar crew getting kind of wrecked at close range. Move the Fallschirmjäger forwards even more. They're going to get line of sight on the T-55s here and be able to engage those. Good hits from the Fallschirmjägers. continue the push. Just going to move that leopard back temporarily so it can maybe recover some of its morale. These leopards can also help engage those infantry. Okay, BRDMs. They're going to get taken out pretty quick, that's good. And I've got to take care of these T-55s. We'll let the weasel retreat. Proving quite difficult to push up at the moment. We'll do an artillery strike there that will catch the fire support and the T-55s. Let's just pull back before we take too much damage there. Alright, let's let the mortars do their job. Good kill from the leopard. Those T-55s at close range could prove to be a problem. I'll move into the right hand side there. We've currently got 12 minutes left on this phase. Getting to Kilo is going to prove difficult, I think. We'll move the Fallschirmjäger over to help engage the T-55s again. Alright, now we got them dug in. That's really cool, isn't it? Mortar crews dug in like that. Right, time to go take Mike. There are allied units moving up. Interestingly enough. I'm hoping that we can kill off those armored vehicles nice and quick. I think once we get into Lima, we can kind of push through here and put pressure on to Kilo from the ridge. Okay, Mike is ours. We'll use an artillery strike on these to help soften them up. Do we have the range to engage those? We do. Also, we have the off-map artillery coming in. Alright, Lima is ours. We're looking to take Kilo and Papa here.
Zone captured.
Fallschirmjägers have been damaged quite significantly. We'll let them retreat. We'll bring up a new set that can help at Lima and push through the tree lines to cover Kilo with those Milans. That's the plan. Right, they are out of ammo, but they're right next to supply, so now they've stopped firing, they should just get resupplied very quickly. I'm going to move these M113 CMBs up onto the hill there with the units in the trees. We might even be able to take November. Our allied units here, the Sheridans, pushing in pretty hard. Do we have the range to engage those? I'm not sure we do. I'm going to move forwards the mortars. Alright, let's push over towards Kilo. Get those infantry into range. Here come the Fallschirmjägers. Perfect. If we can save up to 45 attack points, we can drop an A10 guided on any of these annoying defenses. Pretty messy to begin with, but seem to have things under control. I might even try and drop these Fallschirmjäger right onto Kilo. At close range, they will decimate those Schützen. Get those unloaded. And we're good. Alright. In we go. Very good. I'll try and take out those BMP2s now with the Fallschirmjäger. Very close range assault there. But did the job. Alright, we'll head over to November. We'll let this repaired Leopard move into the position of those ones. Just in case there's any counterattacks. Actually, I probably don't need to unload them there. I'll just try and get the YPRs into range. And then they'll also be able to use their Dragon HDGMs. Tell you what, we might actually go for November. I'll move the HDGMs over here instead.
We're getting a lot of fire here. Ready. Copy. Pulling back.
On this side, we're going to try and take Juliet. Hopefully the Fallschirmjägers can do the trick. So we can capture November and Oscar, and then we can go and capture Juliet, and that'll be total domination. That will give us a lot more operational authority to use in the next battle. We'll leave that there to capture whilst we move the other one up. And these running out in the open are going to be extremely vulnerable, so this isn't something I would recommend at all. So these are
5 minutes remaining.
T-55s by the looks of things. I'm hoping that the Milan can hit the tanks pretty easily there, but looks like this might be a job for the A-10 guided.
What's next? Roger. Will do.
Good. Starting to hit those pretty hard. We are, however, being engaged in the side. Bunch of HGMs coming towards us. Wow. It's quite a lot of HGMs. Over here, we're still not quite dealing with the T-55s very well. That would be why it's an entire company. And all of those units have HGMs. All those BMPs. The Leopards are being fixed up. That's good. As soon as those supply are used up, we'll make sure to retreat them. Alright, 2 more units that we've got to deal with. I am going to A-10 that one, and hopefully we'll be able to move in to Juliet straight afterwards. Alright, here we go. definitely not good. Alright, these guys are gonna have to fall back. Let's just have the leopards go run into Oscar. These infantry are capping that. Well, we decapped it, and they're gonna have the go. Alright, 1 minute left. If we can get in there, that would be great. The M5-1s are moving through. These are the Sheridans. What are these? BRMs? Yeah.
1 minute remaining.
They are dead. Okay, good. Alright, 1 minute to capture these, and that'll be total domination. Fantastic. Our Dutch troops done a good job. We did take actually quite a few damage, quite a lot of damage. Our recon is in disarray, but
Total domination
otherwise
achieved.
all good. And is the stage concluded? Brilliant. Let's see where that leads us. Some good kills and losses. Leopard 2A4's always doing really well. And there we have it. So 130 victory points gained from that. And now we have our choices once again. So we got 570 operational authority, which is massive. We need 130 victory points more in order to win, I believe. Actually, no, that would be total. We've already got that much. Doesn't quite say. But yeah, we can basically decide our next objective. So as I was mentioning before, you can choose to rest and reorganize. And what this will do is delay operations to reorganize troops, restoring some of the lost units and regaining supply at the cost of victory points. So it basically just makes it harder to get to the victory if you do that, but it will give you operational authority to sort out your troops if you really did badly in the previous go. Or you can just carry on with the next mission, which in this case is an intercept mission in open terrain. And disorganize enemy forces trying to retreat along the designated road, cut them off and destroy as many as possible. And so that will be our next job. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So an interesting look at the warpaths and the Swift Spear operation that I set up. I'll definitely be messing around with warpaths more in the future. I'll probably set up one where we play it on a lot harder difficulty and we'll see how we get on. One that's like maybe a bit longer and with some different forces. That should be really interesting. I might set one up with the French because we haven't showed off a lot of the new French units just yet. Just a reminder, Winds of Change is out on the 16th of August, so look forward to it then. But that's it for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.